Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. Now today in this part of the video, we'll be going through Sec 1 Topical Revision Practice 2. Now the previous time I stopped off at some of the questions and then you needed to go off for a while. So now we should go on to page 4, question number 12, starting with angles. Right, before we actually begin to do the different questions or whichever, let's have a quick refresh on the different concepts for looking out for angles. Okay, what are some of the different properties that we can actually use? Some of the ones that we can remember for parallel lines are the shape comes in the form of the letter F, okay, or the shape comes in the form of letter U or letter C, okay, and the other one, letter Z, right, that these two are parallel lines. And last but not least, letter X. Are you able to write down the angle properties for this few? For first one, for letter F, they are corresponding. These two lines are parallel, right? And we have a pair of corresponding angles over here. So this is called corresponding angles. We must remember to state that it's corresponding angles on parallel lines. Okay, if not, then it will not be considered that they are equal. It's because they are parallel and they are corresponding. That's why they are equal. The next one, anyone can remember what this is? A letter U or letter C, the angle over here, they face each other. It faces each other, right? So these two, angle A plus angle B, angle A plus angle B, will give you 180 degrees. Do you remember what this property is? Okay, this property is called the interior angles on parallel lines. Okay, please do remember. So the question may need you to state the angle property, then you need to use the angle property. Right? Then next one, letter Z over here. Oh, I didn't draw this diagram very nicely. Let me draw again. So I must make sure the two lines are parallel to each other and I have a line that cuts across them. Then in this case, the angle over here is equal to the angle over here. Anyone remember what the property name is? Yes, it starts with angle A and or A, so it's alternate angles on parallel lines. Okay, so these are the three of them that have angle property involving parallel lines. Last but not least, this one is also quite popularly used and it's quite simple. If you have two straight lines that cut across each other, okay, they are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. So this one is not on a pair of parallel lines. As long as the two straight lines cut each other, then you get a pair of vertically opposite angles. Okay, of course, you have other type of angles like adjacent angles on a straight line, angles at a point. So these are the few that you also need to remember. Okay, now question number 12 over here. Inside the diagram, BCD is a straight line. So you have BCD is a straight line. AD equals to AC over here. Right, sometimes the information is written inside the question, not indicated on the diagram. So you also must remember to read the question and then see, right? They say AD is equals to AC. So although it doesn't look like it, but if they say AD equals AC, that means this one over here will be an isosceles triangle. Okay, although doesn't really look like it, but yeah. Next, angle DAC. DAC is given to be 34 degree and angle ABC is given to be 42 degree. Right, ABC, DAC. Right, state your reasons clearly. Right, find angle ADC. So how are we going to find angle ADC over here? So since they tell us that it's an isosceles triangle, although it doesn't look like it, so do not refer just to drawing because it may not be drawn to scale. It may not be drawn to scale. But since it's going to be base angle of isosceles triangle, so angle ADC equals to 180 minus the angle 34 divided by 2. And what does that give you? angle 73 degree. This is the base angles of isosceles triangle. This is also another property that is very commonly tested. So please remember to know how to write the property name for this angle. Next one, find angle BAP over here. So if I find angle BAP, I notice that how am I related to? I've used 34 already. So the other angle I have not used is the angle 42 over here. And I notice that this line and this line is parallel, and I cut across. I have a line that cut across the two of them. Okay, so this angle over here will be alternate angles. You see a letter Z that's being formed. So angle BAP is just 42 degrees. Reason, they say must state the reason, right? So angle BAP 42 degrees. Reason, alternate angles on parallel lines. Okay, so you need to write the reason, alternate angles on parallel lines. Okay, next one, find the reflex angles CAB. What's a reflex angle? So now let's do a quick recall. So there are two types of angle. Number one, this is called acute angle. It means acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Okay, then I have another one. This is called the obtuse angle. Okay, this one is more than 90, but less than 180. Then last but not least, we have the reflex angle. It's this way, right? This one is angles, reflex angle more than 180 degrees. Okay, so if I want the reflex angle CAB, means I want this whole angle here, the reflex angle, whole angle here. What do we know? Let me fill in a little bit of our information and found. So this is 73 also, right? So if this is angle 73, I know that this is a parallel line and this is also a parallel line. We also have another alternate angles here. This is also 73. This is also the angle 73 degrees. Okay, so there are a couple of different ways that you want to, in order to find the reflex angle CAB. Right, so the whole angle over here is a straight line. This is 180 degrees. Then you add up the different components, you should be able to get your answer. So angle CAB will be equals to 180 plus 73. This 73 is because of alternate angles on parallel lines. That's another 42. So this one, there's another reason for alternate angles on parallel lines. Okay, then let's write the final answer. 180 plus 73, 34, and 42. And that gives me 329, which is really a reflex angle. Okay, have you gotten your answer? Now, next question, let's move on to the next question. Inside the diagram, ABCD is parallel to FGHI. BF is parallel to OSBF. Okay, BF is parallel to CG. Okay, given that ABF is 55 degrees, CBE is 40, so find the angle BFG, so on and so forth. Before we do anything, let me try to fill up some portions, some information that I know. This one is angle 55. I have a pair of parallel lines, so by alternate angles on parallel lines, I know that this angle is also 55 degrees. I add on a little bit more of the information that I know. This is angle 40 degree. So I know that this is also a straight line. Over here, this is also another alternate angles on parallel lines. So I already know this already. Okay, so let's see. This is angles on straight line, adjacent angles. I can probably find this angle as well. So there are quite a couple of angles that we can actually find. So now let's look at our question. BFG. We already found angle BFG. Part A, angle BFG is equals to 55 degree. Why? What's the reason? Okay, alternate angles on parallel lines. Okay, next one, find the angle EHI. EHI is the angle over here. But what have I found? I already know that this angle is 40 degree. But let me state the reason first. Angle BHG, this angle here, 40 degrees. Because it's alternate angles on parallel lines. Then now if I want to find angle EHI, how much is this angle EHI? Well, they lie on the same straight line, right? So it's 180 minus 40 degrees, which gives me 140 degrees. This reason is because it's adjacent angles on a straight line. Okay, so please do remember to explain it correctly. Right, write down the reasoning. Next one, find angle GEH. So GEH is this angle. We are going to look for this angle over here. Not very sure how we can find this angle, but I do know that this line is parallel. This line is also parallel. So this angle is actually equals to this angle. Okay, that's one way. Or alternatively, these two lines are parallel. I know this angle is 55. This angle is also 55. Why? Because I have a letter F corresponding angles on a pair of parallel lines. So either way, you still need to use corresponding angles. So let's say now I'm going to use and find this is angle 55. Therefore, I can definitely find the angle that I want. What will this be? Right, but let's first write down the reason. How do I know angle EGH is actually 55 degrees? So part C, angle EGH is 55 degrees because it's letter F, right? So it's corresponding angles on parallel lines. Okay, remember the parallel lines. Then after that, if I want to find angle GEH, then that will be the total sum of the angle of a triangle. So it's 180 minus 55 minus 40. And what do we get? Oh, answer is 85 according to my calculator. So this one is angle sum of triangle. Or some of you like to write sum of angles in triangle. Also can. Okay, still the same property. Right. Next part, last but not least, part D, find angle GEB. Where's angle GEB? GEB, oh, over here. This one isn't obvious. So we already got this angle over here. This is 85 degrees. So we can find that one 180 minus 85 adjacent angles on a straight line. 180 minus 85 degrees. 95 degree adjacent angles on a straight line. Have you gotten your answer? Okay, without further ado, let's go on to the next question. Okay, this question over here, this is given in the diagram. You notice certain things that this one is given to be parallel. So these two lines are parallel to each other. So when the angles are parallel to each other, there are quite a couple of information. Oh, the line also can be here. There are quite a couple of information that we can actually find, right? First one over here, I have a letter Z. So this angle is 82, this angle is also 82. Next, I have the angle over here. This is 1, 2, 4. This is still a letter Z. Right, this whole thing is 124. That means this whole angle over here is 124 degree. Alternate angles on parallel lines. So in this case, calculate A and give a reason for your answer. So I'm going to write for B first. Angle B is equals to 82 degrees. Right, alternate angles on parallel lines. And therefore, angle A is equals to 124 minus 82 degrees. How do I know it's 124? The red color one, this case, the red color, this angle over here, they are also alternate angles on parallel lines. So angle A equals to 124 minus 82. 42 degrees. Okay, have you gotten your answer? Find the value of B, be straightforward, right? Okay, then the value of B will be 82 degrees. Right? Now, this is the common method that most of the students will actually attempt to do, and you can still get the answer correct. But then there's actually one shortcut to get the answer for A directly. There's actually one shortcut to get the answer for A directly. Angle A, now notice this angle A over here, oops, I wrote it too, let me erase this a little bit. Okay, inside this question over here, if you were to notice, this is actually a triangle, and this is the exterior angle of triangle. So this is the angle that is outside. Okay, so if this is the exterior angle of a triangle, actually this angle over here is made up from the sum of these two angles, angle A and angle B. So if you want to use a straightforward, one shortcut, one reason, particular reason to just find angle A, the more direct answer is angle A is equals to 124 minus 82. And that reason is because its exterior angle of triangle equals to the sum of interior opposite angles. Okay, this is one of the property that we actually studied about the properties of triangles and triangle. But in the actual fact, in your actual exam, you don't need to write such a long proof. You just need to write exterior angle of triangle. Okay, because the exterior angle over here is made up of the two interior opposite angles, the two interior angles that's opposite, okay, to this angle. So you get your answer over here. Right, so you have a different couple of alternative answer. As long as you write your explanation and reason, you should be able to get the marks as well. All right. Next question over here, question number 11. The diagram shows a shape with all the lengths given in centimeters, cm. Okay, find an expression. So we need to simplify a little bit, okay, for the perimeter of the shape. So what's the whole perimeter of this shape? Now this part over here, this is x. This is x plus 1. So what will this length be? This length will be x plus 1. X plus x equals to 2x, then therefore 2x plus 1. Okay, next one, what do you know? We know that this is 3. This one is 2x plus 1. So what will this be? This one will be 2x plus 1 plus a number 3. So simplifying it, there will be 2x plus 4. Okay, don't add them further together. They are just like that, just it. So now if I want to find the perimeter, do write a description. Okay, then I add up everything. So I'll start from x plus 3 plus another x plus 1 plus another 2x plus 1 plus another 2x plus 1 plus another 2x plus 4. We add all the like terms together. So all the x we add together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8x. Then 3 plus 1, 4, plus 1, 5, plus 1, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. Right, so this will be the expression for the length of the perimeter in cm. Now notice that there's 8 and 10 is a common factor, but we are not asking for the factorized version. We are also not simplifying the equation, so leave it as 8x plus 10. Okay, do not cancel out or divide with anything. Next, the perimeter of the shape is 42 cm. So perimeter is 42 cm means it is equal. So now we need to use our algebra a little bit here, right? So what do we have? We have this one over here. We replace it as our perimeter. So that means 8x plus 10 equals to 42. You need to do this step because particularly the question already say form an equation. So there's sometimes some of you, right, you'll do, 42 minus 10 equals to how much? Then tell me 8x equals to whatever that number, and then 8 divide by 8 and whichever. Yes, although your method and your cognitive thinking is mental process is correct, but in the process you have missed out in writing and forming that equation. So you already mentally did this step over here on top without forming the equation. So it's still necessary to write the equation. So it's 8x plus 10 equals to 42, like what some of you have already thought of. We get rid of the plus 10, so we minus 10 over here. So minus 10 will be 32, so 8x equals to 32. 8 units is 32. How much is 1 unit? So we need to divide by 8. So we take 32 divided by 8, not 8 divided by 32, 32 divided by 8. That gives you x equals to 4. Okay, next one, find the area of the shape. But before we find the area of shape, there are a couple of sides and measurements I need to find out. Okay, let me draw out the shape first. Okay, the shape looks something like that, right? I don't know. Okay, so first they say x equals to 4, right? This is x. So this is x now become the number 4. 3. This part is x plus 1. X plus 1, x plus 1, 4 plus 1 here is equals to 5. So this one is 5. The other one, 2x plus 1, 2 times 4 plus 1 is 8 plus 1, 9. So this side is 9 cm. This side is also 9 cm. This whole thing is 2x plus 4. So 2 times 4, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. Okay, so we have these few measurements. Now they want us to find the area of the whole shape. I can cut this into this portion like that. So the area over here, this is length times breadth, right? 9 times 9. So this one will be 9 times 9 is 81. Then this part over here, this is 4 times 3, which is equals to 12. Right, so to find the area, so area equals to 12 plus 81, answer 93 cm squared. Have you gotten your answer? All right, let's go on to the next question. Okay, next question over here. Write down an expression in the simplest form. Right, simplest form, so must simplify, okay, in terms of x. Oh, they want it in terms of x. What do you notice down here? This one is in terms of letter V. So what am I going to do? I need to replace it by something, right? They want in terms of x, x, right? So I need to change my letter V. I need to replace my letter V with this whole expression over here. So let's do it one at a time. 3 bracket something plus 2 minus 2 times letter V. Just put brackets. Okay, what is our letter V now? V is changed to the x minus 3. So put x minus 3 inside, x minus 3 inside. Okay, now let's do our step to simplify. Let me simplify whatever that's inside my bracket first. This is x minus 3 plus 2. So it's still x. Minus 3, negative 3 plus 2 minus, or 2 minus 3, negative 1. Then minus 2 times x minus 3. Okay, next we have brackets over here. This one here means we have a number 3, right? It means I need to multiply it inside to every single one. So you go shake hand, for example, like Chinese, you go to people's house, right? You knock on the door, they must go and greet everyone. So you must multiply, shake hands with everyone. So cannot just miss out only some of them. So this one over here will be 3 times x, that will be 3x. 3 times negative 1, that will be minus 3. Okay, then next one, this is negative 2. Must be careful here. Negative 2 times x, that will give me negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 become positive. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, then now we simplify 3x minus 2x, left x. Negative 3 plus 6. 6 minus 3, 3. So answer in terms of x, x plus 3. Have you gotten the answer? Next question over here. Algebra. Okay, fractions. Okay, let's see. They want it expression again in terms of x. So now I have a letter U. What's the letter U? Okay, let me change a different color. Letter U over here is this expression. Then letter V over here is this expression. So now first step, we need to replace it by letter U. 2x plus 1. Replace letter U by the expression 2x plus 1 over 2 plus V is x minus 3, the one over here, over 5. Okay, first step. So now we know this already. What do we need to do? Okay, we need to change the denominator into the lowest common multiple. So LCM for 2 and 5. What's the LCM for 2 and 5? So that will be 10, right? So in this case, what do we need to do? We need to multiply these by 5. And we multiply these by 2. Right? So here, hence, we'll get 5 times 2. Oh, remember, multiply to everything. 5 times 2x, 5 times 1. So 10x plus 5 over, now it's 5 times 2 is 10. Then next, this one over here, this is 2 times x, 2 times 3, 2x minus 2 times 3 also 6. Okay, remember to multiply to everything, 10. So since both of them have the same denominator, we can add them up together. When it's addition, right, no need to change sign. If it's subtraction, you must remember you need to change the sign for the terms at the back after the negative sign. So this will be 10x plus 5 plus 2x minus 6 over 10. Let's simplify these. We get 12x plus 5 minus 6, right? Negative 1 over 10. So have you gotten the answer? Okay. Next question. Oh, this is an important question. You need to know how to do polygons. Before we begin with polygons, right, let us go through a little bit more of the formulas for our polygon. Let's recall certain concepts, right? Angle sum of a polygon, the total angle of a polygon. So total sum of angles of a polygon. If a polygon has n-sided, that will give you n minus 2. You take n minus 2, you times 180 degrees. Okay, so this is the total sum of the angles, right? If you have a regular polygon, what does regular polygon means? Regular polygons means all the sides and all the angles are the same. So if you have a regular polygon, then that formula will be one interior angle. The interior angle will be given by n minus 2 times 180. But since there are n sides, right? N number of sides of whichever, so you divide by n. Right? Then next, concept by exterior angle. So the interior angle and the exterior angle add up to 180 degrees. So the interior angle and the exterior angle add up to 180 degrees. We know that the sum of the exterior angle, all the angles add up together forms a circle. So sum of angles, exterior angle is 360. Okay, so these are some of the concepts that we must definitely know. Okay, let me just shift this down a little bit. Right, so now let's read the question. Sean says that this diagram shows a part of a regular polygon. How do we know whether is it a regular polygon or what is a regular polygon? If it's a regular polygon, it says then all the angles and all the sides must be the same number. Okay, must be equal to each other. But I'm looking at this, I do not know how is the diagram going to look like, right? And I don't have the number of sides. So when you have this kind of question and that you have interior angle formula over here, okay, so what you can do, the best option that you can do, the only answer that you can find, your objective is to find the number of sides. Which is letter N. Okay, so you need to find the number of sides. How am I going to find the number of sides? I have my interior angle is 132. Now we have two different methods. Two not say very different, similar, but shortcut. Okay, one is a shortcut, the one that I teach most of you, and the other type is you can do algebra if you like to. So find the number of sides, right? My interior angle is the number 132 degree. So what do we need to do? We need to find the exterior angle. Remember, interior angle plus exterior angle is equals to 180 degrees right here, right? So we take 180 minus 132. That gives me 48 degrees. All right. Then after we have 40 degrees already, we want to find the number of sides and the total angle and exterior angle add up to 360 degrees. We take 360 divided by 48. 360 divided by 48. We got our answer 7.5. So n is the number of sides. 7.5. Can n be really 7.5? Can you draw a polygon that is actually 7.5 sides? Cannot, right? If you want to find the count of number of sides, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? You don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, then 7.5, right? So in this case, what do you notice? This number of sides, n over here, is it a whole number? Is it an integer? No, right? It's not a number that you count. So it's not a whole number and it's not an integer. So if that's the case, is it possible to form such a regular polygon with 7.5 sides, or rather with the interior angle 132? So the answer is no. Okay, so but how do we explain or how do we write the answer? Or in this case, you notice here the question had 2 marks. Here finding the n itself is 1 mark. But the next mark comes from the explanation. I do not just say, no, it's not possible. I have to explain. Since n equals to 75, which is not an integer. Okay, you all know what's an integer? Means a whole number. If you can write, if you're not very sure, you can also write it's not a whole number. Okay, since n equals to 1 is not an integer, therefore, can we have such a regular polygon? No, it is not a regular polygon. Okay, have you gotten the concept? Okay, if the question is in such that you find the answer n and it happens to be an integer or whole number, then yes, it can be a regular polygon. All right, okay, have you gotten your answer? Let's continue to the next question. Next question over here, inside this triangle ABC, angle BAC is X. Then they say the angle ABC, or this angle over here, is 3 times of angle BAC. So this is 3 times of x. This will be 3x degree. Then angle ACB, oh, this one is 20 degrees more. 20 degrees more means plus, right? Angle more than angle BAC. BAC is x. So this one will be x with 20 degrees more. All right, so we have our 3 angles. They want us to find the value of each of the angles in the triangle. But firstly, what's the concept that links these three angles together? 1, 2, 3, this angle will add up to how much? 180, am I right? So in this case, we have to form an equation. All right, some of you, but this question never specifically say that you must form an equation. But we do know that the concept is, I take the first angle, I take the second angle, and I take the third angle is equals to 180 degrees. Let's simplify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5x plus 20 is 180 degrees. In your notice in my working, when you are doing working, I don't put the units over there. Okay, I didn't put the degree sign. Then now, how do I want to get rid of plus 20? Right, so we minus 20, right? So 180 minus 20, that will give me 160 degrees. Then how do I get rid of 5? I don't want 5 units is 160. How much is 1 unit? So we divide by 5. So 160 divided by 5, that gives me the x is the number 32. Okay, they want to find the value of the angle. So in that case, angle BAC, which is the x here, this is 32 degrees. Then angle ABC, which is 3x over here, is 3 times 32. 3 times. That gives you 64 degrees. Then angle BCA over here, this is x plus 20, which is 32 plus 20 to give you 52 degrees. All right, so have you gotten your answer? Okay, next question. Moving on. Okay, question number 15. Inside this diagram, there's so many lines or whichever that are equal, so much information. Please remember, read information from the question. Right, AE equals to BC, AE equals to BC. Oh, they given me already. Then next one, CD, ED equals to CD, ED, this one equals to CD. And then we have in between, it looks like there is actually a line of symmetry that can cut through all of them, right? Or rather, maybe I can also break it up into isosceles triangle and a trapezium. Okay, then they gave me that angle EAB, this angle over here. This is equals to this one. So they are really very similar. Okay, like almost isosceles to each other, or like a line of symmetry like that. Okay, and you have parallel lines, but the lines are parallel. The lines that are parallel, this one and this one is parallel. BC, okay, AE parallel to CD, BC parallel to ED. So you have a couple of parallel lines. Okay, there are so many things that we can do. If this is a couple of parallel lines, right, take a look at this. This one and this one, plus I have a line across. This is a letter U, right? This is a letter U. Can you see? Letter U, this is 70 degrees, meaning I can get this angle over here to be 180 minus 70, which gives me 110 degrees. Okay, maybe some important information that I need to use. I'm also not very sure whether do we need to use it. Let's see got what other angle can I form or not. If I were to really cut them across, if I were to cut this, not sure if I need it. I can actually find the base angle of the isosceles triangle also. Right, then since I got 110, maybe later I can find, I know this angle already, so maybe later I can find this angle over here. Right, there are a couple of information that I may need to know, I do not know. Okay, let's read the question. Now, what do they want us to find? Okay, angle, find angle DCB. Where's angle DCB? This one, which is the one in red. We already found just now. So this is angle DCB. So angle DCB by interior, letter U, right? Interior angles on parallel lines. DCB equals to 180 minus 70 degrees. Interior angles on parallel lines. Yeah. Let's look at the next question. Find angle ABC. ABC. Oh, I need to find this angle. How am I going to link to this? Okay, if I want to find this angle ABC over here, oh, like just what I suggested, we need to draw like a dotted line across, cut this into an isosceles triangle. Let me find this angle, base angle of an isosceles triangle first. This angle over here is 70. So we'll find angle, let me erase this out. Okay, ECD, angle ECD. Angle ECD equals to 180 minus away 70 degree divided by 2. That gives me the angle 55 degrees. This is because of a base angle of isosceles triangle. Okay, so if that's the case, if this angle over here is 55 degree, okay, and the whole thing over here is 180, so 110, so this angle here will be 110 minus 55 degree, which gives you also 55. This is angle DCE. Angle DCE, yeah? So let me write angle DCE is 110 minus 55. This one got no particular reason. Okay, because they made up, okay, the two of them made up the angle. Then last but not least, we can use angle over here. This one is parallel line. Did they say it's a parallel line? Let me see, huh? What did they want to find? ABC. ABC. Oh, they want to find this. But if this is 55, I know that this angle is also 55 degrees. So I know that all these angles are 55 degrees. Okay, you notice that in this case, I cannot anyhow assume and say that this is parallel line. Okay, because it's not a regular polygon. They never say so. They never give us that. So in this case, I cannot assume interior angles of triangle of parallel lines. So what I can do the angle 1, 2, 3, 4. This four angles in a quadrilateral, 4 sides, they will add up to how much? You add up to the angle, total angle of 360 degrees for quadrilateral. So what I can do, I can take 360 minus 55, then after that, these two, they are the same. I'm going to divide by 2. So I'm going to take 360 degrees minus 55 minus 55. That gives me 360, they are minus 110, that 250. This is angles sum of quadrilateral. Then after that, I take this angle over here, 250, I divide by 2. Okay, angle ABC. 250 divided by 2, that gives me the answer 125 degrees. Okay, so all this comes from the property given, and we do not assume that it's on parallel lines. Have you gotten the answer? Without further ado, let's go on to our next question. Okay, next question, this one is on construction, not able to show you. Oh, our next few questions are on construction. We'll be doing construction much later. So for those of you who needs to do construction, you probably need to try out the questions and then show your answers to it, right, to your teachers. But for our Sec 1 this year, we may not be doing construction including construction for our exam. So, all right, with that, I will end up the video over here. And thank you very much for watching. Please do your self-revision. See you for the next session.